Thank you, Janet, for the introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I literally started as Assistant Deputy Minister of Social Assistance Operations on Monday, so I'm very much in learning mode myself over the next few days. But it seemed to be a wonderful opportunity to come and have at least some kind of opportunity to meet with many of the partners that I know I'll be working very closely with in the months and years to come. So. Thank you for the opportunity again. Just so you have a sense as to kind of where I fit into the picture with the organizational changes that have happened in the ministry, Social Assistance Operation Division was created to really enable an increased focus around social assistance within the ministry. And I'm responsible both for the direct delivery within the Ministry of the Ontario Disability Support Program, and our field structure that does that, as well as oversight and overall management of the Ontario Works program. So I have both of those two responsibilities. Prior to joining the Ministry of Community and Social Services, I've held a number of roles at Service Ontario, building the Service Ontario organization. So many of the themes that are being discussed in this sector around service integration, around service improvement, are ones that I'm very, very familiar with and frankly very passionate about from that experience as well. So again, I'm very, very happy to be picking up from some relationships and discussions I've had with a number of you from the Service Ontario frame of reference into this new one. I'm certainly very much looking forward to working with you, our municipal partners, and I also want to acknowledge up front the contributions that all of you and your organizations make to delivering social assistance right across the province. The work you do is obviously absolutely crucial and makes a difference to hundreds of thousands of people, again, in communities right across the province that rely on social assistance. The Ontario government is committed to building the provincial economy by helping businesses and people succeed. The reality is, as we know, the economic recovery from the recession is still uncertain for many Ontarians. And we also know that many other Ontarians need the right supports in order to achieve their goals with respect to employment and to be successful. That's why our work to improve social assistance, the social assistance reform agenda, is so important. As you know, the government recently made a number of changes to the Ontario Works and Ontario Disability Support Program. By investing over $400 million over the next 3 years, social assistance rates have been increased, as you know. And we've changed the rules to provide greater independence for our clients, such as implementing new earning exemptions to increase the ability for clients to engage in employment. These steps represent the first steps in what is clearly a longer-term plan for social assistance reform, and also build on the government's other commitments around reducing poverty, such as the Ontario Child Benefit. However, we're also, I think, all clear that this is only a start and that there's a lot more work still to do. And that's why the government's taking steps on a number of fronts. Firstly, in renewing the poverty reduction strategy. And secondly, in moving forward to continue with plans for the reform of social assistance, guided by a vision that will ensure low-income Ontarians have access to integrated and effective human services. There are 4 key objectives to social assistance reform that we're working on moving forward. Firstly, helping more people find work by enhancing social assistance supports and providing incentives to work. Secondly, helping our clients become more independent by improving their income and their access to supports outside of the social assistance system. Thirdly, strengthening our program's integrity, transparency, and accountability. And again, particularly looking at concepts around public transparency for results. And picking up on, Susan, some of your comments. Again, I think you met with Deputy Rapeau yesterday. Very much a focus in my role, that whole question of how do we enhance the integrity, accountability, and transparency of what we are accomplishing on behalf of both our clients and the public. And finally, of course, the agenda of improving service to our clients through system modernization. To help us get there, we're engaging extensively with our stakeholders, including, of course, yourselves, municipalities, and also our First Nations delivery partners, as well as other partners, employers, community organizations, and, of course, with clients. So very much we're focused on working on a reform plan with our partners, with you, to ensure that we get the design of that right. Participation, from the municipal sector at various levels is providing us with the information and feedback we need to ensure that as we move forward with reform, again, we get the design of that reform right. We're focusing on how to make social assistance more effective. The targeted rate increases we introduced this fall are part of the approach towards harmonizing rates and benefits between Ontario Works clients and non-disabled clients receiving ODSP. The province is also committed to our ongoing upload of Ontario Works financial employment assistance. Municipalities, will not be required to cost share the Ontario Works rate increases implemented in September until next year, when municipal share of those costs will be 11.4% versus the current 14.2% this year. And of course, by 2018, we will have uploaded these Ontario Works costs, saving municipalities in the region of $425 million a year. Now, some of these things that I've just been talked about, our clients might consider behind the scenes, uploading, who pays for what, don't necessarily perhaps seem that important to our clients. And as we work together to improve social assistance, it's obviously important that we always keep in mind that fundamentally our reform needs to be built around and designed around the people that we serve. Service integration, of course, is all about putting our clients first rather than our own organizational structures first. And the services that we provide need to be responsive, customized, and built around better outcomes for our clients. And once again, certainly at a personal level, coming from my experience at Service Ontario, that focus on putting the customer at the center of design and that focus on service integration are both things that I consider to be critically important for all of us. I understand Minister McMeekin had the opportunity to visit our partners in the City of Ottawa, providing human services in the City of Ottawa, and I know he was very impressed, and I mention it because it's a great example, among many others, of the great work that is actually happening at the community level by you and your teams. In Ottawa, the Applications and Benefit Unit, the ABU, is a contact unit that's providing a single point of access to clients seeking services from the city, including Ontario Works, child support, crisis assistance, and housing. The ABU has implemented technologies that support an integrated approach to client services. For example, all services can be accessed through the city's 311 phone line. The approach means that there's no wrong door for clients who are looking for help, and from the city's perspective, it's allowing for a more efficient approach to delivering human services. As one example, providing a live person at first contact is decreasing the number of calls that are required to be handled by caseworkers responding to messages on their answering machines. And as we know, the good work that's happening in Ottawa, I know is happening. Various different examples are happening in communities right across the province. The implementation of the province's Social Assistance Management System, or SAMS, is another key example of a positive difference for clients and also for you, our service providers. We expect to have SAMS in place in all provincial and municipal offices for both Ontario Works and ODSP later this spring. And we're committed to working closely with you to ensure we get the rollout right. This is a very significant systems and process change for all of us involved in social assistance delivery, and it'll certainly be a key focus for me over the coming months to ensure that everything we need to do around readiness and training is in place. The new tool will reflect our client-centered approach, allowing us to offer a web portal access to our clients 24/7, and certainly picking up on the last comments, we'll certainly be very focused on ensuring that the design of our online solutions is such as to meet our clients' need and not prevent additional barriers. Our clients will be able to get information about their cases, report income, and changes to circumstances, and also receive messages from their caseworker. SAMS will allow caseworkers to spend more time working with clients to form individualized plans for employment rather than and allow them to spend less time on the administrative tasks associated with delivering the programs. Furthermore, SAMS can be leveraged over time in the future to provide individuals with better access to a range of community and government benefits and programs in a more integrated way. Clearly, again, a key objective. Another example of a fundamental design shift is the recent consolidation of housing and homelessness programs from the province. This change gave municipalities flexible funding to address homelessness based on local needs, signaled a move away from providing a unique benefit within social assistance to making housing supports available to a broader low-income population. And while we know that there remain some concerns around the level of funding, the overall policy principle has been well received. So, there's lots of good work happening in the way of service integration. And once again, much of it is due to your ongoing commitment to work together, whether it's through implementing new systems or finding ways to support staff at the front lines. Finally, once again, I'd like to thank you for your efforts and to reiterate again very personally and of course on behalf of both the Ministry and the Minister, our commitment to working with you as partners as we proceed along the path of social assistance reform. Thank you.